Alrighty, so I rambled a bit about this video last night on my Twitter, and when I woke up this morning, I was still a bit salty, so I'm going to get it out of my system this way once and for all. I'm not going to waste your time formulating an opinion about the first 12 minutes of this, as it's on and on about Chris and Vince, and I don't give a fuck about that segment of the video. If you don't know my opinion about all that now, you'll never know it at all, so whatever. It's from this point forward in the video that really got under my skin, so without further ado, here we go.
Which gets me to my next point. The YouTubers who are posing as white knights and saviors.
You do realize that by beginning to make this argument in a situation like this, you enter into a very slippery slope where anyone can say the same thing about yourself, right?
And activists who have decided to seize on the Onision story when in reality all they're doing is trying to boost ratings and views and money being drawn into their channels.
I personally don't give a fuck about ratings. I personally don't give a fuck about views, and I don't make any money off this Onision shit. There are people out there who do, like Jacqueline Glenn, Repzion, Blair White, and they're well within their right to do so, and you have no right to denigrate them for doing that. You work in media, in your own words. How the fuck is it lost on you that when people make money from discussing things like this, they can then take that money, turn it around into their personal projects to make them more appealing to a much vaster audience, therefore get exposure to this to a much larger group of people than they could have ever done so before? You don't know what they do with their money. So the fact that you're just shitting on these people because they get a lot of good ratings, lots of big views, and make money is ridiculous. You should understand how media works because you fucking work in it, in your own words.
There's one in particular I'm thinking of who has made me so angry that I don't even have the words.
Yet you're continuing to film the video, so obviously you do.
I don't even have the words to express how angry I am. I will say that I will not mention the name of his channel.
I love when people do this shit. Because every time they start doing shit like this, they speak about whoever it is they don't want to mention so meticulously and with such detail that anybody with a functioning brain can figure out who it is, so it almost eradicates the need to not mention them. You might as well. And it's deity, by the way.
On my channel. I am not going to give him any publicity, even if it's negative publicity.
Well, you're doing it inadvertently, so that's kind of a silly statement.
I absolutely refuse to share his name on my channel.
It's deity. I'll share it on my channel, because I can do whatever the fuck I want on my channel.
I will not do it. But I'm going to direct what I'm about to say right at you. And I know you're going to know who you are.
This kind of arrogance is just really unnecessary, lady.
Because I know you're going to be watching this video. Because I'm pretty sure that you obsessively search Onision and Chris Hansen and Vincent and all those people.
Yeah, why would a person who is invested in a particular story search all the different elements that are out there being discussed of the story for research purposes? Again, you work in media, and from what I understand, a journalistic element of media. So yeah, why would anybody ever need to do research? They could just talk out their ass with arrogance and certitude about any subject and just automatically be right. What the fuck? Jesus Christ.
I'm not going to tag you because I'm not going to give you that kind of credit.
Well, you're giving him a lot of credit, but this qualification you're inadvertently giving him by saying what an evil piece of shit that's not worth your time he is before addressing something that he's done. So whatever, fuck you. I'll post a link of his channel in the description box on my video here because this kind of arrogance is not necessary. And pettiness, too.
Don't want your name associated with my channel in any way.
Well, whatever. I can do whatever the fuck I want with my channel, and you have no right to tell anybody what to do with theirs, so I'll post a link to yours right next to his now that you've said that.
Which means I don't want anyone searching your name to come to my video because there's a tag in it.
Oh, get out of here. This is a free-to-use public platform, and you have no right to tell anyone what the fuck they can and can't do on it. Get over your fucking self. You sound like such a pleasant person to be around, and your need to get on camera in your car, driving around what looks like shithole Lower Detroit or whatever the fuck it is you are, telling people what the hell to do. Oh, God. This guy's such an asshole, but here I am telling you, how I want this handled. Fuck you. You both get links now.
Okay? just so we're clear. You have been riding this Onision bandwagon very, very hard, okay? You claim, and I'll take you at your word, that you were the victim of a sexual assault.
Why does that have to be included in this?
That's fine. I'm sorry to hear that. But what you have been doing is you have been growing your channel and getting publicity and getting attention.
Because everyone that mentions Onision does. The guy's a huge parasite on this website, and before he was a huge parasite on this website, I mean, he's been a huge parasite his entire life, he was a well-known YouTuber. So, yeah, there's residual attention from that people will get just by mentioning this guy by name. You've been using it to grow your channel, even though everyone that talks about this is going to be able to get some level of growth, inadvertently, even if they don't want it, even. I mean, why else in big capitalized letters would you title your video, for example, Chris Hansen Mega Rant? You know?
On the backs of teenage female victims.
Oh, get out of here with your virtue signal. What the fuck are you trying to do then? What have you done for these people exactly? What is this video driving around rambling about this shit doing to help? The same amount of nothing that me fucking feeding back into it with this angry response video is doing. It's a fucking video platform. Not everything has to be architectured to, you know, be some kind of helping linchpin that finally knocks us all down like a pillar of fucking dominoes. Sometimes people just want to dialogue and communicate.
And for that, all I can say is, how dare you? How dare you? You really think that you're something special?
Do you? Because obviously your attitude implies you do.
You bring nothing to the conversation.
What the fuck are you bringing into the conversation with this? You know, fine, I'll address a little bit of the fucking beginning of this video, only to illustrate a point here. It's 12 minutes of just going on and on and on about everything people have been discussing at length and in detail about the Chris and Vince and the overall situation on everything in those regards for weeks now. As if you're bringing something new to the table that a lot of people didn't already fucking know about. Like people haven't done research into this whatsoever. Then you make all these kind of weird, you know, personal, put myself on a pedestal statements about you being a proud feminist, like that fucking means anything in the scope of all this shit. I mean, at the end of this video, you make some big personal anecdote about you know, how you were affected by the AIDS thing back in the late 80s and early 90s and how it was covered by the media and shit. You know, you try to paint yourself as a pretty goddamn important person. Even mention being a Gen Xer in there like that fucking matters. Who gives a shit? What the fuck are you bringing to the table? How fucking dare you denigrate somebody else when you've got nothing to offer?
You bring nothing to the table. Nothing.
Again, what do you fucking bring?
Expertise. You just get on camera, switch it on, and run your mouth.
Well, like you're doing right here. I've been doing that for a decade on this website, and I don't give a shit that's what I've been doing for a decade on this website. Motherfucker, if people didn't run their mouth about this asshole, nobody would have ever fucking gotten any traction with this. It's almost like people are starting to get upset that something's finally being done about this. And yeah, there's shady as fuck elements about it all over. But at least at the end of the day, something is happening. We tried to get people to give a fuck about this for 10 fucking goddamn years. What do you think we were supposed to do? Sit on our fucking hands about it? Sit around and fuck around on public access Channel 53 news that nobody fucking goddamn watches? Jesus Christ. Miss Full of yourself?
And you know what made me realize that I was really sick and tired of your shit?
That you were fucking full of yourself, and it doesn't matter how sick and tired of of his shit you are? You've got equally nothing to bring to the table if you think they have nothing to bring to the table?
When I realized that you were worse than a garden variety SJW White Knight snowflake.
Oh, you mean somebody like yourself?
Even more useless than that was when...
I love when people who are absolute social justice warriors try to paint themselves as something other than an absolute social justice warrior. I love when somebody thinks they can shield themselves from accountability for saying dumb shit by saying they're not a snowflake, which then fucking puts them right back into being a snowflake because it's the same fucking behavior that those people engage in?
You came on camera and crying your eyes out like a child.
Driving around whining like an asshole.
And whining about how you thought that you and Vincent were such good friends. Boo-hoo, woe is me.
People have stupid fucking moments, so what?
Oh my god, he came on my live stream and he dropped the word retard. Oh my god, I'm so sorry to my audience. Oh my god.
You know, this guy's also had people like Regina on his stream as well. Who the fuck about, any of this have you talked to? Who fucking gives a shit what fucking I'm not a social justice warrior, make social justice warrior glasses, drive around and ramble? Who the fuck do you think you are to fucking denigrate somebody who's actually spoken to these fucking victims? What have you done? I can't get back to any other argument other than what the fuck have you done, if that's really going to be your argument. Well, what has he done? Well, what have you done? It's just going to be this idiotic fucking echo chamber back and forth. Be glad something's fucking being done. You might not like the people that are trying to get something done about all this, but it's better than this fucking waste of time.
Young girls were potentially groomed and raped.
They weren't potentially anything. They were groomed and they were sexually assaulted.
By a grown man and a grown woman.
And what are you doing about that personally?
This is not about you. It's not about you being so stupid that you couldn't see right through this Vincent character who is the most transparent and obvious fraud.
A lot of people were taken in by the shit in the fucking beginning, okay? A lot of people were manipulated by it in the fucking beginning. You know who also was manipulated by it in the beginning? A lot of these fucking victims. So if you're gonna shit on this guy this way, you're inadvertently shitting on them too. So nice fucking virtue signal.
I have seen in many, many years of working in broadcasting, of watching YouTube videos, whatever.
Oh my god, you're so fucking storied and seasoned in this industry. You've watched YouTube videos. Motherfucker, I've worked in the music business for the last decade of my life on the side of doing all this shit, on the side of fucking working in technology as well to make my fucking living and shit. I've seen scum fuckery all over the goddamn place. I've seen scum fuckery that masquerades as people that are really out there trying to be virtuous people that give a shit. And they almost all the time sound like this. Shut the fuck up.
I don't know what barrel Chris Hansen scraped him off the bottom of.
Probably the same one people like you are festering at the bottom of, trying to make yourself seem like you're better than everyone else.
But you fell for it. You know why? Because you're a moron. You're a moron. You didn't realize that the guy was a complete and total fraud.
A lot of the people that were fucking taken in by a lot of this, who have been victimized by Onision, didn't realize shady shit was going on. What do you have to say about them? They get a pass because it makes your argument seem better that you give them in particular a pass? Fuck you.
Even though the evidence was all there. The grifts, the rip-offs. It was not a secret. It was all there. But what did you do? You trusted the guy like an idiot. You vouched for the guy like an idiot.
I did the same thing too. I did the same goddamn fucking thing. A lot of people did the same goddamn thing. You want to know why? Because for 10 years, we were waiting for anything to happen in this, rather than driving around with motherfucking John Lennon fucking shades on, bitching about people that talk about something we all wanted some fucking resolution in. Jesus Christ. Jeez.
You had him on the live stream. The guy ran his mouth.
You also had Regina on the live stream, and she fell for the shit too.
You got triggered. Why? Because he said a word that was not nice.
I'm getting triggered right now because I am part of this group of people, okay? And we're supposed to take shit from some fucking crusty old bitch who's gonna denigrate people that were manipulated because they'd been waiting a fucking goddamn decade for something to happen in all this, and because we didn't work at Public Access fucking 53, we don't know how media works. I caught on pretty goddamn quickly. Other people didn't, because they don't have any experience with people like this. Are they supposed to be born with experience and how fucking this shit works? And the fact that people can be this fucking bleak and horrible? No. Jesus Christ, you're a Gen Xer, for God's sake. It's your fuckhead generation that filled the Zoomers' heads with the idea that people were supposed to be treated fair and equal, while knowing that they're not actually like that. And then you sit there and fucking bitch that they have that impression of people. Well, you shouldn't, even though we filled your head with those fucking unicorns and rainbows about it. You goddamn dumb motherfuckers. Not all of you, mind you, because everybody fucking gets up on my ass about ageism and all that shit, and what some motherfucker does. No, but still. Jesus Christ. That's what I like about being 31. You know, that's what I like about being a 50-year-old in the body of a 31-year-old, because of all the shit I was raised around. Oh, honey, you don't understand anything. Shut the fuck up and go fucking smoke yourself to death some more. Jesus. Pearl Jam was a great band.
Not because he was a grifter, not because he was a fraud, okay? But because he may have hurt the feelings of your audience.
Your generation was the one that put that importance, it's not importance, but put the importance of that into their fucking heads, so nice going. I'm glad that everybody gets, once they get to a certain point, gets to bitch about the things they put in society that backfire entirely. Like at some point of wisdom to stand on.
Isn't this supposed to be about teenage girls getting assaulted and raped?
It's always been about that! You fucking idiot! What have you done? What do people like you do? I get shit on constantly by people that say, oh, I'm not doing enough. I'm not doing enough. All I'm doing is talking about it. Well, you're the same cocksuckers that fucking bitched at Chris because he went to the fucker's door and knocked on it, even though I've seen people do that shit a fucking 100 billion different times on the 5 o'clock news ever since I was a fucking kid. Oh, there were children in the house. Yeah, children that get to go sailing out of a fucking bedroom window head first onto the fucking goddamn driveway. I'm glad he knocked on their fucking goddamn door. I'm glad he fucking went to the fucking place to see what the fuck was going on in it. It's better than some stupid asshole that's driving around fucking saying all this shit while doing equally nothing and denigrating people because we're doing the best that we fucking can, you stupid fucking bitch. Shut the fuck up. I hope to God you fucking hit a fucking oil slick in your car in the next 30 seconds in this video, and I get to see you go head first into a fucking stop sign. Maybe it'll knock the stupid out of your fucking head. Maybe it'll knock the fucking entitlement out of your goddamn head. Yes, there are fucking girls that have been hurt in this by a fucking 34-year-old asshole raised by a family of people that never gave him a sense of responsibility or accountability for shit he ever did because he was a fucking brain-dead motherfucker from the day he was born. They thought they was going to be their special child. Oh, the fucking wonder baby that doesn't do anything fucking wrong. And now look what happens. He's fucking running around, fucking life up for everybody around him, married to this asswipe enabler that's just as sick as fucking he is. But somehow or another, people that talk about it are worse just because they talk about it. Well, what the fuck else are we supposed to fucking goddamn do? Jesus Christ.
Isn't that what we were talking about? Who cares how you feel?
Who cares what you fucking feel about it? Who cares what the fuck you think? It's his channel. He can do whatever the fuck he wants to on it. You can flip around and say, well, who cares how you feel? It's your channel. You're entitled to drive the fuck around. Fucking ramble about this shit like an idiot.
Who gives a fuck about your feelings? Who cares that you were too dumb to see through this clown, this fool?
His audience, if they want to care about that shit. You idiot.
Who cares? I don't care.
Well, you're obviously caring to the degree you wanted to fucking drive around and make a video on it, so yeah, you do give a shit. If you didn't care, you wouldn't have made this stupid fucking video.
And I'm going to close out with a little anecdote because I know...
Because you're that fucking full of yourself. You're that full of yourself that you think your personal experience is Trump. Oh, God, she probably drove the shit into a fucking ravine because I said the word Trump. You know, everybody else's experiences out there. You fucking idiot. You know better than a goddamn boomer. Oh, you're ageist. You're ageist. No, oh, Jesus Christ. Fill my comments with that, please. I like laughing at stupid people.
Some of you like my anecdote, so here's a good one. The year is 1991.
Because of course it fucking is.
My friends have been dying at a rapid clip.
I'm sorry that happened to you. What the fuck does that have to do with this?
I am all of 26 years old. And I am exhausted, okay? And I feel utterly powerless and helpless.
Guess what? So did every fucking other person in the world who had friends in the gay community who had contracted HIV or AIDS and were being fucking treated like shit because no one wanted to do anything about it. You were one of millions of fucking people in that position. What the fuck does this have to do with something completely fucking unrelated? Oh, Jesus, I should show this video to my friend Kazoom just so I can get fucking angry at the stupidity of people in your fucking age group. You know, I kissed the forehead of a person with AIDS. What the fuck did you do?
Because there's nothing I can do to bring my friends back. There's nothing I can do to make them feel better.
There's nothing any of us can fucking do to, like, unrape these women, okay? To undo the harm that's fucking been done to them. The best we can do is just keep people aware that this piece of fucking shit that lives in Gig Harbor does the things that he does, so something can be finally done by people that have the power to do so. You are a fucking journalist. You have no other power other than to fucking talk about this fucking shit, dumb shit. Or at least that's what I've garnered of your background from what you've talked about it in your fucking videos. Oh, God, I love people that have their head up their ass this fucking far.
So I go in my office to a guy who is still a very close friend to this day.
Aw, that doesn't matter. That has nothing to do with this shit, but okay.
He's a guy who worked for the Names Project. And for those of you who don't know what the Names Project is, it was the group that helped produce, promote, and transport the quilt, the AIDS quilt.
Oh, cool. I don't care, because it has nothing to do with this.
I went to him and I said...
They made a fucking quilt for people. That's great. You know what you're fucking talking about is something that really didn't do anything to scientifically progress the understanding of what AIDS is and how to better mitigate it or at least treat it. It fucking brought awareness by bringing a fucking quilt around. By keeping things alive and aware in the fucking media and shit. The names of all the people who died and shit. You fucking goddamn dumb fuck. It's the same thing that we're doing. You're literally speaking about doing the same fucking thing that we are as if it's somehow better because it had something to do with AIDS. Ugh. Pain is pain. People all suffer the same.
I have to do something. I have to help. I'm not helping. I'm not contributing at all, and I want to help very badly.
Yeah, you could turn the camera off and not ever make a video like this again. This would help greatly.
And he said something to me. It was a piece of advice that I've carried to this day. And I'm going to share it because you kids need to know how we Gen Xers used to talk to each other.
I know how you assholes talk to each other because I was surrounded by you dumb motherfuckers when I was a kid. I mean, like, why else do you think I'm a fucking unfiltered loudmouth? Exactly. You kids that live in a world that we fucked into the dirt, that we don't give a fuck that we fucked into the dirt because we're gonna ride the fucking wave of fucking, you know, trust funds and shit that we were left. You know, you get the every generation gets the previous one's mess. It gets to live in the fucking landfill of the previous generation.
The very frank and blunt way that we talk to each other.
I talk pretty fucking frank and blunt to people, and I think this has been the biggest full of shit thing I've heard in my life. One of them, at least.
None of this trigger warning and all this horse shit. No.
Oh, you curse. You're so fucking edgy, lady.
We spoke to each other in a very, very blunt way, and this is what he said to me. He said,
don't drive around in your car trying to make yourself sound better than other people because you sound like you're a fucking moron with your head in your ass denigrating people who are doing the same fucking thing you did. Dumb fuck. Don't say that other people don't have anything to bring to the table while you don't have anything to bring to the fucking table. The best this has had is what it's gotten so far. And now that something is beginning to happen, because there is an actual investigation fucking happening, and if you bother to take your dumb fuck shades off for 2 seconds and actually research some of this shit, you'd know that. You know, what more can we do besides keep it aware? The reason it kept fucking going into the toilet is that it would just surge for a bit and then die out. Surge for a bit and then die out. Well, this ain't dying out now. Pulled my fucking ass out of retirement. Too bad my stupid ass had to have a mental fucking breakdown and then delete all my goddamn videos like a fucking moron.
your help is always appreciated as long as you have something to offer.
What do you have to offer?
Okay? If you want to go to Food and Friends and you want to help cook, if you have a car and you can drive meals to people who are housebound.
Well, you know, what do you want me to fucking do with that comparison? Drive up to their fucking house with a van and just kidnap the fucking kids so they're out of the house of a couple of pedophile fucking neglectful abusers? Jesus Christ.
He had no right to knock on his fucking door. But you're not doing enough.
I can't make up my mind.
If you have a medical skill, if you have massage therapy skills, if you can cut hair, manicures and pedicures, things of that nature.
Sure, I'll go give Kai a makeover. That'll make everything better. I'll try to make her look less like the bottom of my foot.
If you have a skill, great. You know, I'll hook you up. If you don't have a skill, I want you to remember, it's not about you. And people who are...
Yeah, it isn't! It's not about you and your fucking arrogance to insert yourself into the middle of this with this level of certitude. I love all the dum-dums who are sharing this shit around on some of these boards as if this motherfucker's saying anything that's actually important because they're too fucking stupid to actually listen to what the fuck she's saying. You're hearing words that validate your fucking confirmation bias. You're not actually listening to how fucking arrogant and stupid this is.
Do not need sad, guilt-stricken people who are narcissists to go to their home.
Oh, you're calling someone else a narcissist after making this video. Fuckface, a lot of these women have come forward to me and thanked me for the shit that I've been doing over the years by just responding to this asshole in general and keeping people aware of the fucking horse shit that comes out of his mouth and the horse shit that he fucking does, because for the longest time it was all people could fucking do. Jesus Christ. Holy fucking shit. Go fuck yourself.
Homes and cry over their beds to make them feel like they're helping. You're not helping.
And neither are you. Neither is anybody that sits there and fucking does this shit. You're not doing a goddamn fucking thing by saying how better your intention is with this. We're talking about female victims. Yeah, we are. Who don't need your fucking goddamn pity. Your fucking fake ass virtue signaling fucking pity. Fuck you. They had to rebuild themselves on their own because they had nobody else in some circumstances. I'm not going to get into details, but I've heard and been told about some of the things that Sarah had to fucking deal with before going into that fucking Ram Ranch. What was not Ram Ranch? Russet Ranch. 18 seconds in the showers at Russet Ranch. Okay? And it was, God, if you could survive that and then be subjected to the fucking insane environment that was Onion's fucking house, to come right back to the shit you came out of and still come out as pretty much as sound as she is right now, I mean, Jesus Christ, that's the kind of strength that obviously a rant video can't fucking give somebody. So they don't need your fucking help. They don't need my fucking help, but here I am anyway, ranting about it because it's the best that I can fucking do. Jesus Christ, you should have shut your fucking goddamn mouth and thought whether or not you should have fucking fired this video off.
You're making things worse. Okay? So don't offer unless you have something to offer.
Do what I want you to do with your fucking platform because I own YouTube, and I get to tell you what the fuck you need to do on your channel because I'm fucking old, and I helped circulate a quilt with the names of people who died from AIDS on it in the 1990s. And because I knew some people who died from AIDS, I've had a bigger level of experience in life than you. So they go shake my fucking finger at you while driving around this fucking scummy-looking fucking neighborhood here and put you down because I don't know whether or not you've experienced loss in your life. Have you experienced it? Well, if not, then bucko, you don't know shit. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Jesus Christ. You know, in the last 10 years, I've lost both fucking parents. One of my grandparents, I'm about to lose the other. The entire fucking line in my family that brought me into existence is dead. I'm about to be the last of my fucking line, okay? I've got to stare down both barrels of that fucking goddamn shit. You don't see me bringing it up every 30 fucking seconds to make some fucking stupid point to people because it's irrelevant. I do it here because guess what? When you do that constantly, it sounds fucking stupid. It sounds like you're just trying to put yourself on a fucking pedestal. People that, you know, I got nearly 30,000 people watching this channel that don't even know like anything about my fucking life story. Because it's none of their fucking business. And what I know about people that have to put their shit out in everybody else's business, you're trying to make yourself sound better for the shit that you've lived through. Not knowing whether or not somebody else has experienced the same thing. And it's just arrogance. Fucking arrogance.
And that's what I'm telling you guys. I'm sick and goddamn tired of some of you.
I'm sick and goddamn tired of fucking people like you injecting your shit worthless opinion into this stuff. You found out about this shit probably 6 fucking months ago, and now you think you know everything there is to know about it. Shut up.
Who are boosting your channel views and your subscriber count on the backs of teenage abuse and sexual abuse and rape victims. I'm sick of it.
Well, you can be as sick of it as you want to. When people talk about this subject, people go and they cultivate an audience toward it, even if it's inadvertently. People want to hear about these things, as depraved as they are. For some reason, people have a morbid curiosity about these things. Other people like spreading awareness about this shit. Well, you can be as fucking sick and goddamn tired of it as you want. What the fuck have you fucking done to contribute anything to this? Besides this stupid goddamn video. It always comes back to that. If you had nothing to fucking contribute, you should have shut your fucking goddamn mouth. But you wanted to sit there and act all fucking petty and fucking loudmouth about it because you get to watch all these people build something for themselves. They build a bigger audience. The level of exposure, what they talk about, goes to more and more people. The more and more people know about it, the less and less chance any of the shit people like him pull have any fucking ability to actually do something to other people out there. The less and less pull they have. For years, this motherfucker had an audience of millions and millions of fucking people out there, and whenever he wanted to slander one of his exes off the internet, all he had to do was say they were a fucking cunt, and 30,000 people jumped down their throat in a fucking email. Shut up! You fucking dumb fuck. I'm sick and goddamn tired of people trying to do something. I want to do something. Let me go put on my superhero cape and fly around in my fucking Miata and shit. Because I'm going to be their fucking savior. Because I'm so stupid. I think that's what these people who are making videos are trying to be. You fucking idiot.
And I'm sick of you coming on here with a face full of phony humility.
The only person that's had phony humility out of the two of us here, bitch, has been you. I helped make a quilt for the victims of AIDS. What have you done? What fucking bigger phony humility is that?
Boo-hooing because your feelings were hurt because you were too dumb to figure out that you were being played. You know what? Go fuck yourself.
Go fuck yourself. Get the fuck off YouTube with this stupid shit if this is what you're going to contribute, since you like to tell people what to do. Fuck you. Miss, I just showed up to go tell everybody how I fucking feel and then get up their ass about they're not doing enough, even though that does nothing in and of itself?
I don't care about your feelings.
You obviously do. You made a 21-minute video about it.
All I care about is those girls.
Well, then do something realistic. Because I've heard that shit over and over and over and over the fucking years, and not a goddamn person that's fucking vomited that shit out to the ether the way that people like you have done a goddamn thing other than muddy the waters and make it a bigger and bigger cluster fucking fuck. I went to the FBI about this fucking shit before fucking anybody, okay? I did everything I goddamn could. Not just by going to the FBI. There are a lot of other things that you're going to hear about tonight that I've done that nobody even knows that I did, okay? That nobody even fucking knows happened. What the fuck have people like you done? Shut your fucking mouth. I'm about to turn this video off. I don't want to, you know what? Fuck you. I don't want to hear another goddamn word from your goofy ass, fucking glasses wearing looking stupid fucking self. You didn't do shit. None of you fucking goddamn whiny ass motherfuckers have ever done a goddamn fucking thing to try to get some real resolution out of this shit. Again, you might not like the tactics that have been employed by these two people. I don't like it either. But I know when something real starts to fucking happen. And this has set a chain of events in motion now that is outside of their fucking control. So they can do whatever buffoonery they want. At least something is being done. Then driving the fuck around, rambling about people talking about it. Shut your fucking goddamn mouth. Do not fucking make another video about this again since you have a fucking proclivity to tell people what to do. I'll go and engage in one too. And get the fuck out of here with this nonsense. Asswipe. I care about those girls, so I'm not going to do anything real. I'm going to tell you what you're not doing. And then I'm going to say, well, you guys get triggered by a word. Well, that was your generation's idea to put into people's heads. You can deal with it. I'm content now not doing a goddamn thing to mitigate that shit because you cocksuckers wanted that shit for the world. Thanks. We all get to suffer with it now. Fuck off. And shut the fuck up. What the fuck are you doing?